Taken from the clip where the lyrics sing, "Take a toot, choke on your puff puff," which implies smoking of some sort. The image closely relates to these words, as our video shows Ben in an extreme close-up shot blowing out smoke towards the camera to cover the lens. This is therefore showing how we have taken into consideration Goodwin's rules and mirrored the lyrics with our video. We used this clip because we thought it was effective and differentiated from a normal close-up shot showing his whole face. The second clip is of the sun rising. We also used this convention in another clip whereby the lyrics sing, "We all wait patiently now, waiting for the sun to rise." The clip shows 3 band members waiting on a park bench, and then the sun appears in the shot. Our sun in the shot is artificial because we made it out of cardboard just to get the humour out of it. The symbolic code was to make it look like the sun was rising in a humorous manner due to the sun not actually being present in the filming. I believe it would have been more effective if we had the actual sun on a time-lapse video, but due to the time of year we were filming, this was not possible. So our first shot is of the feet. On a number of occasions within our music video, we had short clips of different feet in a close-up shot dancing or moving in time with the beat. By the feet moving in time with the music, it was then showing relationship between the two, and once again using Goodwin's rules, because the feet were dancing in time with the music. And this idea mainly came to us due to the lyrics of our song being fast feet, which is why we included clips of our feet. But because of the beat of the ska genre is very defined, the feet emphasised it more, and we made the beat stand out. The second clip is when they are walking slowly. Overall, our song is quite an upbeat song, which led to a lot of our scenes being high energy. Then one part of the music there is a slowdown in the pace, which stands out due to it being the only part which hasn't got a quick pace to it. To reflect this change in the pace of the music clip, it was a chilled out feeling whereby the pace of the music is slow in comparison to their energetic antics in the other scenes. Our first shot is a close-up of Ben when he's doing one of the singular shots. This is because obviously there's one person singing the actual song in the song itself, and by doing a close-up of Ben, it's emphasising how he is the main one out of everyone. And when researching like similar products such as like Madness, there's always one person at a time kind of singing, like taking it in turns as well, which was also shown throughout our video. And we found it effective because it allowed us to show how Ben was the main one out of everyone and he was singing it, but the band is just as important. And our second clip is a long shot of the whole band. So this is also a symbolic code because it's a long shot. A technical code because it is a long shot. And it helps the convention of our genre because you're seeing a lot of ska genre bands. You have to see the whole band playing as one, so you can see like the instruments they're playing, and performance is a very key element to the genre. So obviously our genre was ska, and our third shot shows the mid shot of Jasper playing a trumpet. So we used the idea of the instruments being a key convention to the genre, and we developed it into a way where it fit our sequence of filming. And we did a close-up of him playing it just so everyone could see that he was the one playing the instrument. And we found it effective because we made it in time with the music, so it didn't look fake and it actually looked as if he was playing the trumpet at the same time as the music. And I feel like it really emphasised the performance element of the genre. Our second one is a close-up of Ryan strumming the guitar. Also for the same reason, we used the genre's convention of having performance as a main element. So one of them was St. Cecilia and the Drama Studios, and this really helped us emphasise and use the convention of having the performance element, and we developed it into a way where it was affordable, so we could use our school stage and it looked as if they were performing, and it really gave a realistic element to it, as if they were performing to an actual audience. And we use this convention throughout our video in the following clips that we showed. And when researching into similar products such as Madness, that was our main one we kind of focused on. We saw they were very crazy and they liked to film in all different locations, and one of them was actually in a school. So we took the idea of them being crazy, and the second one shows the common room at college. So we see everyone else working around them, and you have clips of the boys. Well, the one I'm showing here is of Ryan having Louis over his shoulder and slam dunking him. First one was green screen, and then the shot I'm showing you is of Darwin, who is in a kind of TV, and we realised that the Scar genre is just very wacky, and we were able to emphasise this through just doing a really random green screen halfway of Darwin dancing in a TV. The filler of it was actually really good. It fit quite well within the music video, because there's all these random scenes, and then we see Darwin dancing in a TV, and this is a technical code of Scar genre, because sometimes you see in other Scar bands that they use green screen to try and show that they're in different places, so it was quite cool to use and actually figure out how to do that. And then our other one was the UBC screenshot, which I'm showing you, which is where we've got the black and white on the outside and then colour on the middle. So we kind of used the rule of three, and I guess kind of binary opposites from Levi Strauss, because we've got the black and white contrasting with Ben's vibrant colours in the middle.
Our first screenshot shows how they're in a forest. This is natural lighting, and therefore I believe it is showing how they had freedom and free reign of where they were, and I thought this was very effective to portray the age of the teenagers and how they are at that age. And then our second screenshot shows how we used artificial lighting to change to vibrant colours, and I believe this is highlighting how their genre is very fun and colourful.
Our first idea came from Justin Bieber's Love Yourself video. We saw that he had a scene in there that the two people were dancing on one phone which had been recorded, and they had the phones placed together, and then they moved from one phone to the other just through filming it and making sure the timing was right, so it looked like they were walking through phones. We developed this idea and we used it in our music video. We had three phones, Darwin in one phone, Ben in the other, and Ryan in the final one. And Darwin and Ryan, they walk into Ben's phone, so they're all together. And I feel like this is really effective because it's something that not many people have done before. We've just developed the idea of how Justin Bieber did it and used it in ours. The second intertextuality was the beat layer. We did a lot of layering, and this was purely because when watching other top chart music videos such as Coldplay, we saw that they used layering throughout it. So we developed their idea of layering someone dancing and making it look kind of robotic into the feet, so it looked like there were many different feet moving at the same time.
Finally, we used a load of different props for mise-en-scene, such as we have the paint, the We're All Mad here, the shoes, and that was it. So the shoes represented Fast Feet, and We're All Mad here represented the title of the band, and then the paint just highlighted how they were really immature teenagers.